Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, sorry. The bar has the catchiest drink things, and we even got our tiki glasses because it is a tiki themed bar. Hello, everyone. I'm Kaya Ariana. This is Cujo CSR, and we are here for another date night, playing more Obduction. I realize the ducks are over there, but we're good. And so we're at a tiki bar, and we have our tiki glasses because it's more fun that way.
Yes.
Yeah, we have tiki glasses. We are those geeks, those nerds. So yeah, welcome to Obduction again, or Obduction. Ha, ha, ha. No, nothing from
No.
you? Nothing? Oh, okay. So where were we last time we were here?
We were still figuring things out.
Sorry, the music is just great.
Big bassy train and
That drove me nuts.
Yes, and yeah, we actually haven't gotten that far. We know nothing other than we met like 2 people, and people are getting abducted, including their spaces. And I believe there was something about swaps.
Oh, like, are we talking about swapping of places or things?
Yeah, like they swapped.
And we just unlocked the ability to get into the house, right?
Yes.
So I guess we're going into that ranch house that we found. Do 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 do. But we're leaving the bar, and I'm gonna be sad because music in the bar is freaking awesome. Do do do.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm easily amused sometimes. So yeah, welcome to Date Night with Cujo and Kaya. We are again playing Obduction because this is a duck channel, and it's freaking duck. It is quackers here, and yeah. So yeah, here we are back on this planet. We are in. I forgot where we are. What's the name of this place?
The town's name was something, but I forgot.
You're gonna be as lost as we are. It's the community center.
We already talked to that. Okay.
And now we've unlocked the door to get in. I thought we unlocked the door.
I thought we did too. Was there another door?
Was there another door? I totally thought we did on that. I miss the bar now. Do.
No, that's just the one door.
I thought we unlocked the door. Do we have to go back around and double check?
Yeah, we may need to go double check because we were.
I thought we unlocked the door. Darn it.
Well, it's getting off to a great start.
Yeah. Let's go back to the bar.
No, we've spent enough time there. We've been there for like 5 days.
The bar is awesome. It has catchy music and tiki drinks. Because tiki drinks.
Yes. Tiki drinks are fun.
I know they're fun. Sorry, it's now stuck in my head.
Well, 5 days of sitting and listening to the same music will do that to you.
We haven't been in there for 5 actual days. Just 5 off-stream days. Has it really been a week since we played?
That might have been a little bit more. Yeah, about 5 days, I guess.
I don't know. We're here again. We are playing Obduction. Because this is quackers. Absolutely quackers. And we're getting lost. And I'm also confused because I've been watching another streamer play Myst 3, and then it's been wonderful and brilliant and a lot of fun. But at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, we're not playing Myst 3, we're playing Obduction.
Looks very similar though.
Yeah, some parts of Myst 3 look like this. And yeah. But yeah, it was fun moving the entire stream setup out here again. Yay!
So it opened a door.
I thought it was the door.
Okay, hold on.
It was the house code backwards.
Yeah, and we had gotten that in our photos?
Yes. Where are our photos?
Oh, they're stored on the other computer. They don't follow with the
save.
So we're running off of a new gaming computer, and yeah, it doesn't have the photos. That's
Gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, just look up the house code real quick. I don't want to run back there. We'll go explore over here for a minute while she looks that up.
Give me a second. Fat thumbs. 6341 is what you want to enter.
Run it back. That was fast.
I Googled abduction house number. I have pretty decent Google foo. Do, 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 do.
So, what number do I want to put in?
You're going to put in 6341.
Maybe that is not the house.
Maybe that's not the house.
Well, let's keep exploring.
I still want to go back to the bar.
We can't spend the entire game in the bar.
That is the quote of the night. You cannot spend the entire game in the bar. And for those of you who are just here for watching Obduction and now tuning into my regular streams, I regularly cross-stitch. So when we do game night and it doesn't require me to focus on what Cujo's doing, I do some stitching. Working on a map tonight. Because at some point we're going to fill in all the spaces.
There's a whole lot of paths to nowhere in this game.
Is there a bridge to nowhere?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, not yet anyway.
I have been to the bridge to nowhere.
Yes, I know you have.
It's a hiking path out in the middle of the. Is it the Angeles or the Cleveland National Forest?
I think it's the Angeles National Forest. Okay. So we've got some sort of power distribution thing here.
Do we parkour in this?
Go no further.
Okay, no parkour. I'm going to be humming that ridiculous music all night long. Sorry. The bar music is catchy, you have to admit that. Is there anything on that table that you just swung around?
No. Just
I can.
I can.
Okay, just you swung so fast. Hey Luna, yeah, it is date night and we are lost, of course, because that's what we do.
But we came from the bar.
We came from the bar. We got our tiki drinks because it was a tiki bar.
Yeah, let's keep exploring over here.
Actually, we're drinking cider. It's not proper tiki drinks.
Those require effort.
Yes, tiki drinks do require effort. Yeah, duck conga line in the chat. And since this is date night and Cujo is playing, I get to mod my own channel, which is kind of fun.
See, here's your bridge to nowhere.
Yay, bridge to nowhere!
Because this literally went nowhere.
This is not a bridge to nowhere. The bridge to nowhere is much
There's
more.
the bridge right here. Look, see, bridge.
Okay.
And we went to nowhere.
The actual bridge to nowhere is way more exciting than this.
Yes. Best I can do for you. We were abducted by something.
Aliens?
Who knows?
I don't know.
We're just kind of exploring, and there's.
Still have the ridiculous bar music stuck in my head. I apologize. Ah! Sleeping Luna Designs, thank you for the biddies. It is greatly appreciated.
Look, there's a path up here.
All those biddies.
Which also goes.
Nowhere yet.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like those stairs come down, but so nowhere yet.
That's why I said yet.
I was emphasizing the yet.
Yay. We're gonna try to open that door again. You want to swing it?
I want to see.
Okay. That does anything that...
No, just closes it so we can cross again. What did we not find over here last time? Right, pull out nothing. Locked door.
Yay, locked doors.
So we're still... So I'm guessing that's a path back down then.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's gonna, we're gonna click that.
Yeah, and that's gonna lower that something or other. But we gotta get up there first. The getting up there first is the difficult part. It's challenging.
Yeah.
Did we explore everything in the garden?
In the what?
The garden that we just passed.
It was a whole lot of dead stuff last time.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. Little weed thingy.
Burly gig.
I'm gonna check to see if any of these doors were the ones that we needed to get into. No, they're all closed off. Let's go up here.
Yellow.
We're going this way, I don't think.
This might be where we need it to be.
No.
We've been through there? Been in there?
No, but I'm looking. Honestly, this looks like where we were trying to get to.
Mm-hmm. There's probably something that we're super obvious that we've missed. It's not the bar. There are no drinks and no ducks. Move on, Cujo. There's a JK in there. But I was happier in the bar. I mean, we got drinks before we left the bar. Because, you know, why not? I think that should work. Obviously, that's not what we unlocked.
Yeah.
There must be another door in there. I am not stitching ruffle butt. I'm working on map.
Okay.
Ruffle butt requires way more focus in what I'm doing than map right now.
At this point, I am ready for a tip. Because otherwise, we're not going to go anywhere in this.
Well, if anyone has a tip of what we should be doing next, we are open to that. I do have the no backseat gaming and no spoiler tags, which means...
So just a little hint to where we're going next.
Besides crazy.
I just took a picture of
Good.
the wall.
Good job, Cujo. Yeah. Ooh, Serenati redeemed. Ask me a question. If you could only make one craft for the rest of your life, would you rather stitch for the rest of your life or paint? Oh, that's a tough one. Cujo's mouthing Stitch. I'll be honest, I have not picked up a paintbrush in a while. So currently the answer would be Stitch because I haven't painted in a long time, and it makes me sad. And I do like painting, and my standby screen, my stream starting and my stream ending, and my BRB screen do have our paintings I've done. I just haven't been able to do them, but yeah. If I stitch, I could do all the dragons and all the horses. But yeah, at this point, I would probably say I would probably want to stitch. And that's the only thing I could do. So no more crochet, no more anything else, just stitching. Well, it would mean no more banner painting.
You could stitch your banners.
I could stitch my banners. Sounds like we need to pick you a painting project. Part of the problem with painting for me is I really like oil painting. And while this place probably does have decent ventilation for me to paint upstairs, the concern, of course, is the toddler. And
we also have 2 patios.
we also have 2 patios. It's getting cold and wet right now.
Yeah, now's not a good time.
No, it's not a good time for me to stitch. Yeah, also risk of toddler. I haven't picked up oil paint since before I got pregnant for obvious reasons. If you know anything about oil painting, there's a lot of solvents that are used. Turpentine's not really used as much anymore because there's... Oh. Can you look at the bottom of it?
Kind of just turning it around.
Is there anything on it that is a... Can we open it?
No, just letting you rotate it.
Okay. What about paint by number kits? Are you a fan? I have not really... I've done them years ago. So I get a lot of my paint by number, that kind of feeling by cross-stitching because it is kind of a paint by number. I know way too much about painting and how things are formed. That paint by number kind of bothers me. Not even for the fumes, more like Tyler gets upset and touches front of painting. Or, yeah, oil paint takes a long time to dry. So yeah, exactly. And the fumes and half of the paints I use are carcinogens or super toxic because the best colors come from the toxic paints. My favorite lead is my favorite lead. My favorite white is still lead based.
All right, you keep talking. I'm gonna look something up.
Cujo is not looking anything up. We are a little stuck, and I'm not sure anyone here knows exactly what we're doing. So Cujo's looking for a little bit of help to push us in the right direction. Meanwhile, I will keep entertaining you and talking about how my favorite blue is based with cobalt and the best reds are made with cadmium. So, all those carcinogens and toxic things. Yeah. So, toxic paints, fumes are bad. Do. I still have the music to the bar stuck in my head. Yeah, the best lights are made with lead still to this day in oil painting. Flake white is the color, and it still has lead in it. Titanium white is a great... Titanium white is a great white. It is not toxic like the lead-based whites are. I wouldn't eat the paint, but it is a good white. Titanium white is a cool white, whereas flake white is a warm white, and I like them both for different reasons. Flake white was... Oh, I loved flake white. I think I still have a tube somewhere.
Okay. I didn't get anything specific, but we should actually be back at the where we got the cart.
Oh, God, not again.
There's more. No, not the cart.
Oh, thank God.
But there's more stuff to do over there.
Okay, so I can have the cart. So, yeah. I could not paint with gloves in college. It really, wearing latex or, what are the other types of gloves there? Nitrate gloves. Nitrile gloves really bothers me because I'm super tactile sensitive, and so when I wear gloves, it's usually because my hands are that cold. So I used a barrier cream to help protect my hands from any of the dangerous pigments. The biggest thing with the fumes with the oil paint, Saren, is not so much the paint themselves. It tends to be the solvents. The solvents used to dissolve Hey.
Went this way.
We didn't go this way. Look at that. The solvents used to join odorless mineral spirits, which is used instead of turpentine now, are much better, but they still have fumes. And we get water? Yay, water?
We turned on water on the other side, of course.
You can't get over there because
Yeah, I know. I wanted to jump and
wouldn't let you jump.
yeah.
But hey, look at that. And in college, there were only, I want to say there were only 2 rooms that they could actually allow oil painting with. And the way the rooms were set up is there was no windows in these rooms. So they had basically a setup where it pulled air across the room and circulated air out of the room so that the solvents and the fumes weren't a problem. It was neat, interesting. Yeah, there are water-based oil paints, which are interesting, which kind of defeats, or water-soluble oil paints, I think is what they're called. I never use them. What are you looking at?
Oh, looking at chat.
Oh, yeah. Luna said there was no shame in looking things up. We try not to until we're like completely, utterly like stuck.
Well, it's not exactly very entertaining to watch 2 people just go, huh?
What's going on? I don't know.
Now the question is, where did that hose come over to this side?
It watered the tree.
But where is the tree?
I don't know. In there. I still have the music for the bar stuck in my head. Was that thump from the game or from downstairs? So our we're in a condo and we have downstairs neighbors because the way the condo is set up, and we just had this. I felt this bass thump through the floor, and I'm like, was it the game or was that downstairs?
I just got lost as to where this is coming over the wall.
Did you go down and look at the tree again, like near where it talks about the tree? Because the water obviously went into the tree area, right?
Well, it went over the wall. I just don't know where over the wall.
Or the tree was.
There's lots of trees here.
No, the tree. Not trees. The space tree. Remember there was a button about the tree?
Yes.
I need to reposition myself. This is where I get all graceful. Okay. The space tree. Yes. That tree.
Okay.
Or wherever it was. Because that's where it went into the wall with the tree.
Right. Okay. Oh, we've never actually been able to get in there.
Yeah.
That doesn't even open, it seems. Let's listen to the thing about the tree.
See?
Yeah.
Duh, tree.
Oh, see, I thought that was like on the other side of the wall.
No.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
Well, let's listen to this then.
This is the tree. It has been here in Hunrok for as long as anyone can remember. Its health is intimately tied to everything in our little greenhouse. Our cell we live in, our ecosystem. It has provided many surprises over the years, including some interesting seeds that you will learn more about. Many have postulated, yet we really know very little about its origins. But we do know it should be cherished and protected.
Hey, Dupe. How you doing? I don't know why I'm waving at chat. Hi. I've got my chat here. He looks like he's in a Minecraft fire. So if you've never played any of the Myst games, something that they really did well with was live action video, and integrated even Myst fairly well into.
Yeah, well, they were in viewers or in panels of the books.
Yeah, so that's something that they've stuck with. Check out the garden again. Is it looking more alive? I just thought because everything was tied to the tree that maybe. It was a thought. Cujo's trying to get us. We're a little lost. Merry belated Christmas. Thank you. Happy Boxing Day, because that's what we're in. We're in Boxing Day. Actually, get to playing with one of our new toys. I got here. It's right here. I got a Stream Deck. Ooh, it's got lights and buttons, and it does things. Like I can mute my mic, or I could run an ad, or I can change the screen we're on. But I'm not going to do that because Cujo will probably murder me. It's bad enough that I made some duck puns already. Mm-hmm. Cujo doesn't like that we call this abduction. He just rolls his eyes at me. But yeah, I got a brand new toy for streaming. It's a lot of fun. They're cool. They're fun. And can do more than I've done with it. But since it is date night, we are also working on some stitching. I'm working on map right now. I'm trying desperately to fill in the border, because the sooner we fill in the border, the sooner we get a map stream. Because that's how we roll. And there's a good chance I'll be live tomorrow, and depending on how far we get tonight in this, whether or not we'll play more tomorrow night or not. It's kind of it's holidays, we've got a little more time, so we're doing a little more streaming. Yep. Don't know what made me think of this, but don't let me forget to move my car tomorrow. Okay. Our complex has a limit of 72 hours of leaving a car parked. So even though I haven't gone anywhere, I've been moving my car strategically into brand new spots, so you can't tell that I'm still there. You're excited for my experimenting to come with map? Oh, me too. I'm super excited about all this. Is this where it told you to go?
It said something about teleporting us here. What was that?
Yeah, I'm excited to get further in this too. We're definitely not going to do a map stream tomorrow. It'll be more ruffle butt, but Cujo was looking up a little bit of guidance since we're a little bit lost right now. So
yeah, but we've done so many different little things that I'm not catching up to where we actually are. Mm-hmm.
So things that we have done. We met this guy who told us to restore the power, and we did. What did he tell us after we restored the power?
What's that?
What did the guy tell us? What did CW tell us?
Oh, I forget. Oh, we had to get out through the dome or something like that.
Yeah. And we played with the minecart thing. Like, imagine the Bubble Butt Corgi video, but they're saying Ruffle Butt. That's all that's been going through your head. Yeah, and then we played with the minecart thing, which allowed us to find some hidden things, which is how we found the bar and how we got over this area open.
Yeah, it keeps saying to walk through here, but it does nothing. Yeah.
You want me to look up anything? See if I can find something different.
Yeah, don't go to Polygon though, because their walkthrough is just not being helpful. That's what I was trying to find out here.
Dupe, your baby needs to go to bed. All right, I'll look on my phone. Totally not looking up how to do what we're doing. Do.
So let's do this one, which... Okay, super exciting.
Yep, hang on. Oh, we had a day with the baby. That sounds like fun.
Scrapyard. Okay.
Yay. Oh no, everything okay, Dupe? Oh, it's always rough.
Walk to the river gate. And return to the rail yard through the doors and up the path to the entrance to the right. And the locked door, you got the code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, we do need to get in the house through that area that where we entered the code.
Okay,
That is the house.
Okay.
So we're missing something over there.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting television.
Woo,
Nice.
yeah.
Woohoo.
Oh, I'm glad everyone's okay, Dupe.
Hmm?
Oh, Dupe's husband and baby were in a car accident, but everyone's okay.
Oh,
The
nice.
truck's not, but everyone's also okay.
That's good. Have you tried the infinity bottle yet?
No, I haven't tried the whiskey yet.
It's good.
It's good. I'm almost sad to be adding, aren't you, then?
It's a little intense, but it's good.
We're missing something there. Oh, man, I hope everything works out. Being in car accidents is rough. We were on our way to our Christmas Eve tradition here is to go have In-N-Out Burger, which is one of my favorite fast food burger places. Can you... This door?
That's a door? Oh my god. There was a handle there. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
Hey, do we feel idiot? Like a map of the town. Or inside the dome. Yeah. Well, we entered the keypad. We thought it did something else. Okay, I'm supposed to try the whiskey. Or 15. 15. 15.
Or
No. Oh, that is interesting. Oh, reading.
I shall document the curious events that I can't even read that.
Document the curious events that have transpired with myself, my family, friends, and coworkers.
Alright.
Hartnell was a peaceful mining town founded by my grandfather and nestled within the red rock of the desert in the Arizona territory. Its 163 inhabitants heard a mighty explosion On the night of June 27th, 1903, I sent several workers through the town to verify the explosion had not caused any injuries or damage to mining equipment. They returned, pardon me, and reported that it must have been a loud clap of thunder caused by dry lightning, for they found no damage. It was not until the light of the next morning that we were amazed to realize something profound had indeed occurred. At some point during that night, our entire mining facility and a large circle of the land around it seemed to have been scooped up and carried off to a completely different place, all without anyone knowing about it.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay.
Page 2.
Page 2. The entire landscape outside of our circle of desert could only be described as alien. Large floating rocks could be seen in the distance. No one had even seen anything like it anywhere on Earth. We fully explored our new surroundings, hoping to find a way home. No home was ever found. In fact, we soon discovered that we take what we take for granted now. Not only could we not get back home, we also could not access the landscape outside the desert. Curiously, we discovered that a flow of water was provided from a high point of rock, and we discovered a small tree growing in the very center of the circle. Our central tree that is so important to our lives here was just a mere sapling back then.
Okay, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Species description, Mofang. Through ambassador seeds, the Mofang were the first non-human species humans were introduced to. Anne Lang was the first to call the alien a Mofang. Impressed with their advanced ability to imitate our sounds, movements, and mannerisms. Although they have a name for themselves, their language is mostly unpronounceable by humans. As a result, and because of their mimicry abilities, communication with the Mofang is primarily accomplished by their learning human languages rather than humans learning to speak Mofang. They've been able to learn almost every human language represented in Hunrath, enough to provide functional, if rudimentary, communication. The Mofang basic external morphology is remarkably humanoid, bilateral symmetrical tetrapods, bipedal head with anterior facial features, mouth, eyes, nostrils. Other external features include minimal body hair and raised dorsal protrusions. Constitution is somewhat frail due apparently to their thin and lightweight internal structure, but internal investigation has not been possible. They have ample cranial space to account for a substantial brain, and their intelligence is impressive as evidenced by their advanced technology. Oh, little green men.
How much reading?
Well, this is from the makers of Mist.
True. Reading!
Awry. After a certain level of maturity and health of the tree, a passage opened at its base. This passage allowed contact with two additional species. The first contact was with the Awry. The first contact revealed the Awry to be large beetle-like insects. We were unable to communicate directly with them in any way, but they appeared to have some rudimentary level of intelligence. It was Lorik Toth who first made the journey through the heart to Kaptar, and named both the New World and the inhabitants. The Awry have three distinct variants that have come to be referred to as barnacle, beetle, and polyarch. Although their morphology is dramatically different from human, their internal systems, like all of our neighbors, are supported by similar atmospheric composition and basic nutrients. In their barnacle stage, the Awry are completely immobile. The Awry stay in this egg-like development state seemingly indefinitely. In order to hatch, they must be in proximity of a polyarch and fertilized by the beetles after a certain stage of maturity. The beetles are the eyes and ears, hands and feet, with only a minimal nervous system of their own. They are essentially sensory extensions of the immobile polyarchs. They are able to execute simple commands, but apparently have very little in the way of individual sentience.
Okay. So, Starship Troopers.
Yeah. The Ori polyarchs are the intelligence and consciousness of the species. Although it was obvious that there was intelligence behind the species, it wasn't until Coraline, Farley began spending large amounts of time in close proximity that deeper communication began. With a room nearby, Farley was the first to communicate non-verbally and learn much about the species, including some historical information. The Ori species survived in their world while several other sentient species came and went. Among them, an ancient species who formed a deeper relationship with the Ori, carving temples and dwellings for them in the rocks. And later, a more recent species that took over much of their homeworld. This latter species was especially adept at mechanical construction, using it mostly to capture and process large flying creatures, using the beetles as bait. So that must be the polyarch. And then villain. The final species to be discovered were the villain. The villain had been communicating with the Ori for many years through ambassador seeds, but became part of the larger community very shortly after the Ori. With a large and imposing frame and a form of communication based on a complex multi-voice low-frequency rumble, the initial introductions were intimidating. After several attempts, Emil Vidal was able to begin some rudimentary communication and began visiting the villain in Moray, which she named, on a regular basis. She discovered a complex and amazing society that was able to use their technology in unexpected ways. They had the ability to quickly transform the world using extruded structures based on some form of complex miniature substrate material. Unlike the other worlds, the villain sphere is scooped out of a villain resettlement group that was preparing to set off into space to find a new homeworld. This was their way of life, to put themselves into stasis and scatter themselves through the stars. As mentioned previously, their appearance is imposing, standing about 9 feet tall with a distinct reptilian resemblance. They have 6 limbs, 2 muscular legs and arms, and a smaller set of arms. They control every aspect of their technology with their vocalizations, but over the years they've created control panels based on the number system that allow other species to easier access elements of their technology. That must be the projectors.
Not the Kristang.
No.
Oh God, more reading.
I know. Communication, talking with our neighbors. We take communication for granted, even with the varied languages we find here in Hunrath. But we suddenly find ourselves among other intelligent species who don't share our culture, history, DNA, or vocal cords. It requires a huge amount of effort for the beginning of rudimentary chatting. This quick overview will set the stage for what to expect when communicating with our neighbors. Oh boy. Alright. Mofang were the first non-humans we met with at least some level of similar physical vocal generating abilities. They picked up human words quickly. This early mimicry resulted in what the species became to be called. Even though they were able to mimic single words and simple phrases, it became evident over the years that huge grammatical differences were not easily overcome. Some have proposed that the difficulty may have arisen because the Mofang insisted on attempting to learn every human language, and as a result, were never able to lock onto any consistent grammatical structure. Nevertheless, in spite of the rudimentary sentence structure, it has been very easy to communicate, and it has been unnecessary for us to learn their language beyond a few simple phrases and proper names. If you'd like to learn more about communication with the Mofang, please contact Tam. The villain have presented a particular communication challenge. From what we can gather, they produce sounds using 2 large... Yes. Two large reed-like structures inside opposite sides of their heads. The vibrations generated are channeled to resonance chambers in their skulls, where they are combined into a complex low-frequency dual tone. So they're woodwinds.
They're oboes or bassoons.
Yeah. The low-frequency bitonal sounds are not only hard for humans to hear and resolve, but impossible for us to mimic. And the villain's hearing is also oriented toward low frequency, so they're unable to hear most of the sounds associated with human speech. Therefore, communication with the villain has relied on technology. They've adopted consoles which the villain fluently control with their vocalization for use by other species. Over the years, some individuals of other species, including a few humans, have learned to communicate very effectively using this method. Humans have been able to pick out some higher frequency characteristics of certain key villain words over the years. And although we can't speak to them in a way that the villains can understand, we are occasionally able to hear and recognize these words when spoken distinctly by the villain. If you'd like to learn more, contact Vito.
And they're right.
And
Hey, welcome to Cyan Games, where we read all
Yes.
the reading.
all the reading. Exposition dumps. All right.
It's as needed.
None of the stages of the Ori morphology have any vocalization apparatus because of the obvious synchronization of the barnacle flash and the ability of the pawns to provide for and address the needs of the polyarchs. It was assumed that the species could communicate effectively. It was not until till Farley began to spend large amounts of time in the polyarch antechamber that the first clues to this communication became evident. After months of research, Farley began to have limited success with receiving some kind of simple messages that were coming from the polyarchs. It is apparent now that the polyarchs had been attempting to communicate the entire time, but they themselves had been experimenting with various channels until they finally got a response from Farley. After this breakthrough, others were able to tune in to the polyarchs and learn to listen. Both the polyarchs and the pawns have a simple organ that can sense human vocal frequency, enabling them to sense simple responses from humans. But over the years, Farley was able to learn to speak to the polyarchs via a related form of extrasensory transmission. There's still one more pad.
Is it a pad or it's a notebook? Oh,
Seed information. Okay.
it's a seed. Oh, Jesus. Ambassador seeds were first documented about 150 Earth years ago. They occur about once every 400 days if the tree remains healthy. Natural seed swaps occur between parts of seeds that we now know drop simultaneously from healthy trees in paired sphere. When each seed was touched by a species in sphere, the swap occurred, sending an ambassador from each sphere to the paired sphere. Location of the swap is defined by the locations of the pairs of seed. After the first swap, the seeds recharge quickly, allowing for a quick return. First meetings were intense, but naturally short. It was quite a surprise for both the Mofang and us. Over time, the seeds required more time to recharge, producing longer visits between species. Collector seeds. Everyone who arrives is familiar with the collector seeds. The bright light that we were all drawn to right before the event that brought us here is a collector seed. What new arrivers may not be aware of is that these seeds, like all seeds, come in pairs. When a tree drops a collector seed on the ground, it signals that its twin has begun its quest for a new being. That search may take hours or it may take years. When an appropriate situation, a natural threat of death, is found, the seed activates and swaps a smaller but varying sized sphere from Earth or wherever appropriate home world here to Hunrath. As Hunrath became more populated, we would watch for newly dropped collector seed, collect it and place it in the entry canyon area. This allowed us to provide a more predictable entry experience for new arrivers and provide a single area to collect any resources that may have come along with new arriver. Unlike ambassador seeds and mother seeds, collector seeds do not seem to survive. The inner core is spent, leaving only the lifeless outer husk. Mother seeds. Postulated but unverified. First suggested by Almia Hamsa, 2232BH. I'm guessing that's before Hunrath. The notion of mother seeds extrapolates the behavior of the lesser seeds to a super seed. She postulated that the process the process actually created the paired spheres was similar to the other swaps, but on a much grander scale. The idea is that two seeds from a mother tree, were scattered on the galactic winds to find appropriately similar environments. When matches were found, some process was triggered that swapped large portions of landscape between vastly different worlds. Alima further noted that the trees' locations in the center of the sphere suggest that the trees grew from these mother seeds. Because of the similarities, it has been conjectured that reswapping the entire environment spheres might be possible with a large-scale version of the ambassador seed machine.
Okay.
So okay.
That does explain how we got here, then.
Trees.
Well, it was the other seed.
Another notebook.
Alright, I got this one. So, welcome to Hunra. Please give us a bit of information about you so we can get to know you a little bit better. Name, date, where you came from, where you came from, country and city, circumstances in which you were taken, if you filled 12,000, 3,000, 15,000. Okay, Samuel, Karen, January 2017. Madagascar. I just arrived and was driving my supply truck along the coast south of Makana when I recall being washed away and the seed appeared. 1942, Vizel, Rogenberg, 1942, March in Lübeck, Germany. Last thing I recall is a large rumbling while I was hiding in the cellar of a vacant building. I ran toward a bright light in a stairwell. Maria Gallego, 1988, Cozumel, Mexico, on my boat and bad storm. And then looks like Jerry Maguire almost. Portland, March of 2042. Skiing Mount Hood.
My family lived in Mount Hood area.
Yeah, but that's interesting. 2042. So, what year were we taken? And was it present day or?
It almost seems like it didn't matter because if those were entered in the order that they came up, you know.
Okay, seed pair, find planets with similar atmospheres, swap, and then tree from seed.
Those are the other connected places.
Yeah. What happens at fruition, swap where, home when. Or seed pairs scattered throughout the universe. Why scattering?
Could be dead.
Sounds like somebody's trying to. Oof.
It's like somehow we'll live on or something. I guess this has meaning if someone listens, but who? A new one? A new arriver? Oh, God, the kiosk out front. I need to update that message.
Well, we have a.
Oh, it flipped over.
Oh.
We all lost everything. Everything but our stories. And they shouldn't be forgotten. I was 3. It was April of 1983. Cecil, it was 1870 for you. Sam and Vera, you tell it like it was yesterday, but it's been 62 years since you saw that
So they are pulling people through time.
And that's where all of our news stories began. That light, it streaked across the sky, mesmerizing, but unnerving. Some of you were alone. I wasn't. My dear grandma, God bless her, rejoiced as if it was some forebearer of good fortune. Vera, you said you recall smiling. None of us understood. But, well, we followed. Whether it was in the deep woods like Cecil or right outside town like Jane and Jenny, we were drawn to see more. Grandma lifted me from the carriage on the porch and up into the yard so we could watch it unobstructed.
Every time you hear a number, I think I need to remember it.
But in the twilight, it was
Oh, yeah.
spellbinding. And we all felt some kind of trepidation, and yet attraction as we approached it, and it approached us. So close, so radiant, sound deep and vibrant, organic. You all remember, there was no turning away. It advanced, almost like purposefully, spinning slowly until, well, it found us, each of us. We should tell these stories because it saved us, and there must be more. I was watching the sunrise. It was about 2:30 in the morning. December 26th, 1948. May 7th, 2009. September 3rd, 1995. I was down by the river. I was hiking in the desert. In the park with my grandson. I looked up and saw a brilliant flash of light that exploded in the sky. The light had just flew into the clouds and shined the tree and disappeared. I looked around and you notice. See if there's anyone around. See if anyone else had seen what I had seen. There was no one around. They all saw it too. Mom definitely saw it. Well, it was just beautiful. There was something calming about it. Yeah. I tell you, I was kind of freaking out. I tried to follow it. Tried to get a better look at it. Wanted to see it again. I came to the place where it had disappeared. Looked up, but I found nothing. And it streaked through the sky again. It seemed like it was looking for something. Looking for someone. And then it found me, and it found me.
So they all seem to have the same story.
It sounds similar to what we saw too.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of what happened when we got taken. Teddy bear. It's a koala bear. Well, I know koalas aren't bears; they're marsupials.
All right. So
Is there anything else in this?
I don't see any stairs or anything. That's all blocked off. Now if we go.
All right. So now we know about the seeds.
Yeah. I want to jump in here and point this laser at the wall. I want to see what happens. So I'm not going to go anywhere, so it shouldn't bother you too much.
Okay, now what do we do?
That's a good question.
Is there anything else in the house that we could flick or switch or anything?
Let me have another look, but let me look down here. Okay, so this is all. So all the walkthroughs keep saying to walk through one of those things, but it doesn't tell me
How?
how. Yeah. Exit the cart, head up to the path into the tunnel. Walk through the membrane faster than a linking book into the scrapyard. Someone steps in a silver whale.
Yay for being stumped.
Yeah, we need to get to the scrapyard and the garage, which apparently we can get through using these portal things or this minecart tunnels. And I just don't get how. Are these the barnacle things?
No, they're in a different world. But the seeds.
Clicking doesn't do anything. Taking a picture doesn't do anything.
Did we find all the minecart tunnels? Or the mine tunnels?
I don't know. Okay.
Did you get a hint?
Nope. I am completely lost here.
Yay for being lost. I'm looking.
Alright. Yeah, see what you can find. Maybe even watch a YouTube video or something. I don't know. I back this up here. I'll go this way. Facing forward, facing forward. Facing backwards, facing backwards.
No, that's all. You're fine. I'm looking right now. Ferrets are wild tonight.
I just, as far as I can tell, we've done everything we're supposed to do with the cart.
We need to get back to this. Go back into the Farley house.
Back in the house. Okay.
I might have found something. And close the door that we came in for the first time.
So the back door?
Yeah, close the rear door.
Oh, damn you, Cyan. They did that shit in other Myst games too.
It's blocked. But yeah, that was something that we needed to find. It said it was blocked.
Okay.
Got the front door. Head to any of the med rooms on the last get to the scrapped yard. So go to the left, just to the membrane.
Which is the edge of our world, basically.
Mm-hmm. Go forward a little bit. No. Turn. Let's. Okay. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't. We don't go through the membrane. It's just again near the membrane.
Right, and it says what I saw was it was supposed to teleport us, and it's not.
Keep. Yeah.
Which is why I thought maybe putting a laser on it would do it.
Yeah. It's just a.
Because this is a villain device, apparently.
Yeah, that's why it's humming and why it was bothering me because of all the low rumbling. Which makes sense.
Uh-oh. What uh-oh, Sarah?
Although we find, yeah.
Uh-oh, that we're lost still.
Back to the bar. No, I'm kidding. But maybe.
Well, we might want to take a 5-minute break.
We're going to take a 5-minute stretch break.
Back to the bar.
And we're going to go back to the bar, get some more drinks. I'm going to peruse the walkthrough to see what we're missing. And we'll be back shortly. So I'm also going to run an ad. So we will be right back. All right. We figured it out. Here we go.
All right. So after heading back to the Winchester and waiting until everything blows over here,
This is the crash site, not the Winchester.
it is crash site. So we found out what we're doing wrong, and we're going to adjust that. First though, we're going to go back to the Farley house, and
You're on my mic cable.
sorry. And there's one more thing we need to get a picture of.
Do, 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 do.
Get that ready to go.
We figured it out. Too far.
Yeah. Doesn't like my mouse that much here.
Is that supposed to help us with something?
Yes. This is something that I found out about earlier. So we're going to take care of that. Now we're going to ride that cart almost back to the beginning. And I'm sorry for the noise. We'll make this as quick as possible.
Yay, because the rumbling really bothered me. Why is my mic is being dumb. Doesn't seem to be as bad.
Maybe the subwoofer's not as loud as it was last time.
That's probably what it is. Is that, yeah. Yay! Just the wedge fill on the ferrets. Woohoo!
Let's see if I can hit it from here.
Or you have to cross the beams.
Guess. What they say in Ghostbusters, never cross the streams?
We're totally crossing the streams.
I've got to hit the machine.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about putting the ferret cell back on the key snap soon because we're going to be getting ready for the final part in a couple days. Well, not the final part. Well, almost the final part. The final ferret, and then the center part is the final part. It's exciting. Cujo doesn't care.
You're excited. That's all that matters, right?
It matters to me. Woohoo! We did the thing. 6 days till part 12.
That's with the Matrix. looking. Let's go through it. See what happens. Progress.
Yay, progress. Progress is always exciting.
Although the music is quite ominous.
It's okay. I've got a needle. I'll stab things. That was faster than a linking book.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Oh, we're gonna have to drive the thing in here.
At some point.
Okay, so that's locked.
That's red and blue now? Oh, this is what gets us up here. We're on the other side of the world. Aren't we?
Well, we're in the same
We're on
area.
we're on the other side of the dome.
Yeah. So now if I would just walk through here. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so now what happens if I go in this way then? Now I'm inside the junkyard. Okay. Well, that changes everything now.
We are now in the scrapyard.
Okay.
So far, I haven't seen any rocks that you would need to get rid of with the cart.
No, but we're getting over here now. And of course, my first person shooter instincts wants to jump, so I hit the space bar. It's okay.
That's oil.
Oh, what's this?
Elevator.
Okay, I know where we are now. Oh, there's the ramp. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Garage.
It was brilliant. I could mute the mic, sneeze, and not worry about it. Oh, the touch of a button. And still keep Cujo's mic on.
They heard you through my mic.
I know, but it wasn't as loud.
Oh, what is?
It's a villain machine.
Doesn't seem to be powered. Garage, downtown.
Downtown, where all the lights are bright. There's another one on the outside.
Oh. Farley, Tower, Junkyard, Bucket, Cave, Sphere, CW. So maybe I just turned on the power. look at that pattern.
Dun dun dun.
1, 2, 3.
Can't hit.
Let's go look at the photo again. Everything but this one.
Just so this is easier to see. Got it.
I'm just pushing buttons to see. Okay.
Clear.
So we're looking for a 3-digit code then. Oh. Oops.
Yay, we figured something out. No. I got it right here.
I know, but I wanted to see it on here.
Dork. Can you click between the dots?
Oh. Okay. Alright, I get it. So, let me see that picture again. So I need to connect these 3. And then... Oops.
No.
No, turn it. Okay.
Hit enter. 0 clears it. Or it did.
Oh no. There we go. So 406 is the code we need.
406.
I have no idea what that code's to, but
Hang on, I will add it. I want to write on it. Markup. I wrote it on there,
okay.
so we wouldn't forget it. Do. Have we explored everything?
Apparently not, because we are up here now.
Oh boy.
More reading. Oh, new arrival check-in list. Okay. So, Yeah, so this is the stuff that people come in with. Okay.
Dead soldier. It's tasty now, so.
Alright, so this... Okay, so this is definitely a way to turn around the cart. But I haven't found a reason to turn the cart around yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's been the only place, like, to turn around now.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go back up here. Send this up here. And into that wall. Okay, so we want to be... So I bet you we want to get the cart turned around
Mm-hmm.
and get it to here.
4K, why here?
I don't know. But why would it end
Oh,
here?
are those rocks that we can move away?
Are those red rocks? Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, let's do it.
All right. We can't look down those holes. Oh,
You what?
the holes in the ground. We couldn't look down those at all.
No, I tried. Well, I did look down them. There was just blackness.
Okay.
So, that's fine. This one we're gonna send.
I know this is Scotch, but it almost has like an opening note of an Irish.
Yeah.
This is me trying to get comfortable. I apologize. More to Cujo than anyone else. Sorry.
Just gonna get all these guys ready to go.
It's okay. There we go. All right. Hi.
Hi.
I'll lean on you. Sorry, the bar makes me really happy. The music was catchy. You have to admit that.
Yeah.
Adventure.
Well, at least we know where we're going this time.
It's still an adventure. Yay, you're at 7 months subscription. You know what I think? Know what it is, babe? It's marking your anniversary date, even though your sub, like when you resub, is different than your anniversary date because it's based on your first sub.
Okay.
So, thank you for the resub, Cujo. Because I'm going to double check to see what your subs are supposed to be at. And whether I need to give you another sticker or not. It said you were for 7 months. Yeah, I have you at 6, so yeah, that is out. We will put another sticker on your duck later.
Sticker.
You're 2 months away from a sub, baby.
I get a sub, baby?
When you hit 9 months. I am not the first streamer to come up with this, but I have stolen it from other streamers. Yeah, Cujo resubbed using Twitch Prime.
Yeah, those rocks disappeared.
Yay.
Whoops. I want it out.
Yay, that's I put myself at the modest goal of 2 subs a month.
2 new subs?
Just 2 subs.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sitting at, I made that mistake. I didn't, thinking, 2 subs was reasonable and a moderate goal. Counting Cujo's resub for the 7-month mark, I think I'm sitting at 13. Let me double check. Hang on. This actually involves me looking at a different screen on. Yeah, no, I'm at 12 because yours was just an anniversary. That's all it was. So.
The question is, can I get out of this garage? I don't see why not.
So. Talk Custom provides all his 9-month subs on a baby doll. That's kind of a cute idea. But yeah, so since I made myself the goal of 2 subs for the month of December, and everyone has knocked that out of the water. I'm currently there's a button. I'm currently sitting at 12 subs, which is amazing. I never thought I'd hit this many.
Sub hype.
Sub hype. So I think for January we're going to make the goal to be, what do you think? 5? Because some of my subs I know are gift subs and everything. So we'll make the January goal of 5 and see what happens. Bog Otter, his 9-month sub icon is a baby otter. When you hit 9 months, you get to have a baby otter.
Okay.
So it's a thing. You trying to figure out how to get to the other side?
Yeah, how do I get to the other side?
The chicken shall cross the road.
That door is still locked.
Did that door have a keypad to punch in or anything?
No. Which means it's probably the other side. There is that one crossing. Let me go check the bridge to nowhere.
Okay.
Okay, it's on the other side of the... No. Because I'd have to go through the junkyard. And there is no way across there.
Yes,
Well,
right.
let's check that door again.
What door are we checking?
The door that I thought was locked.
Okay. Because you've turned power and things on, things might be different.
Yeah.
There's nothing else on this side of the river. Oh. Go back. There's nothing. Okay, that was just dead end. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check back up there again. Maybe we're missing something up there.
Mm.
It would be easy enough to miss this crossing here.
Yeah.
If that's the case, we're gonna have to take that and then go all the way around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
But we're making progress, and that's good.
Yay! Making progress is an excellent thing.
So if they talk about swaps, what gets swapped on Earth? Because they obviously they take a good portion of the land like that.
I don't know.
Trains that go over there.
Because no one here is swapped back to Earth.
Right.
They've only swapped with the other domes, what the other species are in. Right?
Well, when they've done the ambassador seeds, yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to get a lay of the land over here.
I think you found
There's
it.
that.
You can't get through there.
Why can't I get through there? Okay. Oh. Okay.
Can you...
There's a path over here.
Is there red rock all the way over there that we didn't get through?
Right there?
Yes.
Let's go look.
No worries, Saren. Have a great night. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
I appreciate you hanging out with us. Not sure how much longer we're going to go, but we're kind of on a roll, so I don't see us giving up anytime soon.
Yeah. Let's keep going with this. You can watch the VOD later.
Yes.
Good
Have a good night. Thank you for being here. Yeah, with date night, I can mod my own stream because I'm not the one playing. Right?
Yeah.
You need to get up.
I just needed to shift and realized that it was going to move. That moved my mouse.
Those are red.
Yes, and we just figured out how to turn the thing around.
Because we couldn't get here because we couldn't get it turned around.
Well, we couldn't touch this because it was
Yeah.
like the wrong angle.
Okay, let's go get it.
Oh.
Oh, Cyan.
What happened to my fast travel?
They stopped doing fixed scenes.
apparently there is a... I'm going to play with the settings here for a second. There was a point and click version. See if this is faster. It is most assuredly not.
We tried. Yeah, as Aeronautia says, to roll with it, we have good momentum. Plus, I may get this color done in this section of this thing.
We should flip these. All right.
Wow. Yay, water.
We need cider.
I finished my cider.
Oh, you're way ahead of me.
You finished your whiskey and I have not.
Oh, I thought when you said dead soldier, that was whiskey.
No, not into the wall, not into the wall, no, no. Oh. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You understand.
Brakes! Brakes! Where are the brakes?
Need an ottoman. Put my feet on. Oh, you need to flip the switch. That's fair. Dronin, you've seen bits and pieces of this game. You didn't go through the wall. Yes, you have to do something so that you can go through the wall. And we were totally missing that earlier, and we did have to seek a little bit of help from the almighty Google. And then we figured it out, and now we are actually making progress. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the stream. This is our second night of trying to play this.
Yeah.
We're fans of Myst, and well, we've only ever played through Myst 3. 4 and 5 are on the docket as well at some point. 4 is going to be after this at some point. I've heard wonderfully terrifying things about 4.
I don't want to play a bad game.
But I want to know the story.
We gotta find another bar.
I hope so. This is radioactive. In Russian.
Fun. Oh,
A door. Is this the...
it's another locked door.
Dude. This is probably not necessarily radioactive. It was. Hi, there's a submarine in here. Oh, a book on the table.
Oh. Submarine salvage log. Okay, a bunch of stuff.
We found a submarine. We found a submarine. I think it's a Russian submarine. Wait, there's numbers on the door things.
What?
Look at the hatches. 8, 6,
Those might be the tubes.
7. Oh.
I mean, it could have meaning later, but that looks like a missile.
Torpedo. It's a submarine.
Yes, but the ones that fire up generally are missiles for ICBMs.
I'm gonna butcher your name, which is how all streamers do. Hi, I'm Kaya. This is Cujo. Kepioleli Lelani says that Mission 4 and 5 were not as popular, but enjoyed playing them.
Good. Yeah.
Their favorite is Riven, Exile, and Uru.
Ooh.
I remember my brother playing Uru a bit, I've been told, and you can call me Cappy. No problem. You are not a streamer unless you're butchering somebody's name. It's the case. So yeah, most people look at my name when I go visit streams and go, I go just call me Kaya. It's just easier. Yeah, we played Mist, Riven, and Exile. And this was one that's kind of been on the list to do, and we're finally getting around to it. Miss 4 and 5 are also on our list of games to play, and we were told by someone else that we should play 4 and then Uru and then 5. So, and the music changed.
Yeah, let's just circle this back.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Yeah, we enjoy my regular stream during the day. I'm a craft streamer, which is why I have stitching in my lap. But once we get our child to bed, we do date night, what we call date night. And we play games that haven't been visited before. We did do Miss beginning of the year, earlier this year.
Yeah, it was our first date night.
The first date night stream was Miss, and we had played Miss before. We both had beaten Miss, so we got through Miss in 2 streams very quickly. And then Riven, we actually knocked out in one afternoon while my daughter was sleeping, and then, well, our daughter was sleeping, and then otherwise occupied. Miss took us 3 nights? Miss 3, Exile?
Yeah. I'm going to talk to this guy real quick. I'm going to see if he has anything new to say.
Hey, CW. AKA Akinar. No, Cirrus. This is Cirrus. Son of a, hold on.
He has other things to say then. Okay, we kind of knew this. Please do. Okay. All right.
Can do.
That
Helps. Better go double check the battery. It's up in the upper parts.
I want to go back up here.
So Cappy played Uru when it first released. I missed the whole online version. And played Obduction when it first came out. We did not play Obduction when it first came out, obviously.
No, this is our first run.
This is our first run through. We got a little bit stuck, which is typical of a Cyan game, of course. If anyone who's familiar with Myst or Riven or anything, we unabashedly, when we played Riven, we're like, there's one thing that we are going to look up the puzzle for because we both remember how ridiculously stupid it was.
I'm assuming this was connecting to the battery.
So we did do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else up here we can look at?
No, here.
All right.
Turn the water on to the tree.
Oh, you're very bad at these, so you watch. No worries. I'm okay at these. I do enjoy them. I just remember making the first discoveries in Myst when it came out. I'm going to date how you're going to figure out how old I am here. Myst came out when I was in a what?
94.
So I was like I remember playing it in 7th grade. Might have been, no, it would have been 5th grade. They might have seen it in 5th grade. Yeah, because.
Yeah, I was in middle school when it came out.
Yeah, I might have been in 5th grade. I don't think this works anymore because you turned the water off.
Yeah. Gotta turn the water back on.
I don't remember how to turn the water off or on.
I don't think I can. It was a one-time deal.
It's fun. Yeah. I love watching people first play these Cyan games. It's fun to see how people think. If your first time with Myst was a French house, it was the only time I did well. If I can remember, let's see. Hang on, I gotta look at the name of the channel. I've got. If you enjoy watching people fumble in Cyan games. Oh, I know why. Changed.
Seriously, why don't they loop this back around and put it behind a locked door?
I walked you through the opening bit of Myst. Yeah. Sorry. It did problems getting. There we go. Let's see if I can find the name of the channel because I don't want to butcher it. There it is. If you're like enjoying watching people stumble around in Cyan games, a study in games has been playing. They're going to be. They've been playing on Monday nights. They're not streaming this Monday, but they're currently in the middle of Myst 3, and it's been. There's a couple guys playing, and they're quite delightful. Figuring out the puzzle, the ship puzzle, and yeah. The first time I played through Myst, when we went to Stone Ship Age, is the one you enter through the rocket ship, right, babe?
Yes.
I had to use an automatic tuner to get in because my ear couldn't figure it out. Yeah, they don't always play the Myst games. I found them playing Riven, and then they've played some other stuff in between, but they are playing Myst 3 right now, and it's been entertaining because it is their first time through. Unfortunately, I'm gonna hopefully. I may not be able to watch them play Myst 4 if they play.
Just dawned on me that
Before we do.
we can walk up here
Uh-huh.
and see where this goes, because now we can walk into the wall here.
Oh.
May not lead us anywhere, but
I think we've been over here. It leads exactly where we need it to be.
hey,
Son of a monkey's uncle.
This one led to. Ooh.
Son of a monkey's uncle.
I hear new music. What is this? Can't interact with it.
Sculpture. Okay, now I know where we are. The other side of that thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's the back side of the Farley house. Okay.
Yeah. This is my son of a... Well, Mother Ducker, right?
I was just ready to start giving up too. Okay. Oh, we had codes earlier
I wrote it down.
for.
Try... I thought I wrote it down. 407?
You put it on the picture.
I did. And I think it... I did not... It didn't save. I'm sorry. Is it 409? The 406.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on, go play.
Vote for somebody. There's notes on it.
Vote for Joseph. Oh, this was the this is the mayor.
Joseph for mayor.
Joseph.
Joseph. And this is...
This is the door we couldn't get through, which leads to the. Okay.
Time.
I need to prepare myself to read here and adjust my.
Did anyone else run for mayor? That's a good question.
Vote for me. I'm unopposed.
I'm going to write in...
Mr. Mayor, at your behest, here is the information pertaining to the Bleeder, its history, and some of the engineering behind it. The Bleeder project was designed and built at the request of Mayor Sims, so there was another mayor, to collect and dissipate the ever-increasing power in the entire ecosystem. Mayor Sims was reluctant to allow the system to come to fruition, as he and others had become suspicious of Mayor Farley's death. Oh, Farley was mayor too. He believed that without knowing more precisely what would happen to the cell wall at fruition, it was ill-advised to allow it to possibly open, thus allowing what might be outside in, and what might be inside out. The system has the capacity to throttle all 4 connected worlds. The idea, as you are well aware, is to suppress the ecosystem power and thus inhibit full maturity of the trees. It was postulated and since became apparent that this suppression will keep whatever unknown maturity process from happening and grant us direct control over tree fruition. The rate of dissipation is sensed and regulated automatically. The power is collected through villain-engineered extruded cables that attach directly to the dome
I think it's
membrane.
Villain.
Villain, yeah, whatever.
because of the EI.
Well, until somebody actually talks to me in this and tells me how to pronounce it, I'll just pronounce it villain. Where was I?
Engineered cable, when maximum power level is exceeded, the dissipation phase is triggered, creating an electrical charge followed by a discharge into the water. Through electrolysis, an amount of hydrogen and oxygen is generated. We capture some of these elements for our own use, but the great majority is released into our atmosphere. This gassing might be cause for concern were it not for the ecosystem's ability to filter and maintain our atmosphere at near ideal levels. Excess hydrogen oxygen content and pressure generated by the process is rebalanced quickly by the membrane. As you know, we discourage swimming when the bleeder is operational.
Okay, so that device is the bleeder. Good to know. Oh, here's the mayor's. Boy, these people live forever. If those are actual years. Oh, we got all the shortcuts now. Oh, no. Mayor's house is just connected to everything.
Makes sense. More of that.
Yeah, that's a clear image of that. If this were an actual Myst game, we'd be reading every one of these books.
Or they would be burnt to death.
Right. But here's a book we can read.
Yeah, there's been a couple Farleys. There's like a whole family of them.
Okay, 17125. Special Council Session 2. Discuss final approval of Farley's plan in regard to the imminent attack. The full council vote was unanimous, and I gave my final approval. Preparations update. Farley says that tunneling is almost complete. FAM informs us that the villains just completed their construction and have started testing. Special council session. Oh, it wasn't session 2, it was session 11. Now session 12. No one attended. I will inquire as to the reason for their absence. Okay, these are days. These aren't years. Because it's 25, 26, 27.
Okay, these are days.
Yeah. Stardate 17127.
Yes, we read all the books in the house.
Yes, we did. It appears that the council members feel like we're having too many meetings. Since the plan has been approved, perhaps we can reduce our meetings to every 2 days for now. While I was asking Cecil, I also inquired about securing the tower area. Council session 13 on the 28th, one day later. Cecil will provide a new key code for the lower lock. In the next few days, Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access. So it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house and give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. I decided to bring some of our more important mayor's logs with me for chambering, specifically the initial Hunrath log, and then the logs that document the history of our conflict with the Mofang. I would think we would have an extra chamber available for historic documents.
Yeah, the lore has always been very important in Myst books, so definitely have to read what's going on.
Yeah. Special Council Session 14 on the 30th. So that was one day later. Okay. Sam attended. He informed me that because of the dire circumstances, the others were extremely busy or not inclined to have long discussion about the situation. I told him I would suspend the regular special council sessions, and we would simply meet as the need arose. 31st or 31. I paid a visit to Farley today. Asked her to check on the availability of a chamber for the documents. 35. Okay, a couple days later. I spent the last few days collecting documents. I divided them into two categories, chambered and vaulted. The vaulted are less important, but obviously worth making an effort to save. They can be moved into Farley's vault area. The vaulted category will also include any books that we've managed to collect through the years. 37. With less than a week remaining before chambering begins, the population is tense. We've had several town hall meetings to try and answer any questions. The realities of the current situation make it difficult to assuage fears. 38. Farley has informed me that there is one final confirmation from Chavar. Chavar. If Farley doesn't hear from her by the end of 41, then there is no turning back. There's an odd justice to Farley's plan in whatever the Mo-Fang bastards send to kill us. We will be returned back to them. That's interesting. This is the first we've heard of the Mo-Fang actually attacking.
Yeah.
40. Special Council 15. A special meeting was called to go over the plans for the final time. Farley had several instruction sheets to distribute. The Mo-Fang weapon illustration. That's what's been passed around, I think.
Mm-hmm.
A list of all souls that we'll need as a basis for the chambering manifest, and a thorough summary of the battle plans. These will be distributed as necessary. No word from Shavar, and that's the end of that.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the first that we've noticed anything that was... It's a compass.
Oh. That's also a compass.
Hmm.
Button. Who's got the button?
You're already up. Or maybe not.
I was thinking maybe. It looks like this one.
Okay.
Power.
We still have to cross... down. So we still haven't crossed over to get into that cave on the other side yet.
Yeah, I don't know where that's going to be.
No. Okay. We need to turn the thing.
Right.
And we came that way. You didn't explore down because we came over here.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Right, because we know how to get to both sides of it now.
Because, yeah, we went. Because that was my whole son of a biscuit and mother ducker.
Right.
So this is why everything's barricaded. Yeah. Everything's kind of like they put everything on lockdown because they weren't kind of expecting anyone to arrive almost either. And
right, but you think that CW would say, "Hey, get your ass in here. We're in danger times right now," right?
You would think. But I'm also thinking he's changed his mind about something. This is James driving you fuckers. Cujo doesn't like my duck puns.
Yeah.
He thinks they're foul.
I'm a very subtle streamer.
I have way more fun being punny. Aw, thank you, hearts. I think I have a duck heart. I think I have a duck for that. It's all about the duck puns. We had fun with the first duck puns the first night with duck puns. Cujo did not like my duck puns. It was...
So it seems whenever we walk into the membrane, it spits us out the exact opposite side.
It seems like that. There you go. Huzzah. we've got wires, and this is the elevator to get into there.
Right. So
Okay, turn around. Train car. We
train car?
That was a train car. That is a train car.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. The train car turned into an elevator.
Yes.
So why isn't there power getting to this?
I don't know.
We got power to everything else.
Now that we can get across, is there a way that we can get into that tunnel that we opened? The one,
Not that I
that one
know.
over there?
So this brings us down on this side.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah. Is there a way that we can turn it so we can cross? Like turn it completely 180? Or no, is that just...
No, there's something over here. Hold on. We haven't been over here yet. Let's walk into this wall. Where are we now? Okay, we're behind that collector thing.
Okay, the bleeder.
The bleeder, yeah.
I think we were over here already.
No. No, we haven't been over on this side.
Okay.
It's very confusing. Places we have not been yet, though.
Huzzah!
What is this?
Oh, I haven't seen that. We haven't seen that yet. Looks like something out of Riven. It's from Gen's office.
Shit.
We just found an ambassador seed. I think.
Loading.
Cappy's like, yay! And it's popcorn.
What?
Oh, son of a biscuit. This game is bigger than I thought it was. Yeah, I'm with you there, Drone, and I'm like, oh, what the hell did we just walk through, and how do we get back? Crap. No, that was
Well, I figure we can go back the way we came.
We've got a missed linking book. We can get home. You did the thing. Welcome to Cyan games, which make you go crazy. So the question is, which world are we on? The Mofang? Or...
Well, I mean, everything is the Mofang world. Technically, right?
No, because that Mofang are one of the four... There are four...
Mofang are the people that brought us here.
Are we sure about that? Because there's four connected hubs. Us, the Mofang, the Villain, and the Beatles.
Okay. Those barnacles?
Those could be Barnacle. Those could be the whatever. The Beetle people.
That's a beetle. Hey, we saw one of those guys
Yeah.
when we first got here.
Mm-hmm. This is the Barnacle. This is the bug beetles. Or they've got a name that starts with an A. This game got a lot bigger than I thought it was.
They have a laser too.
It is so much fun. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Wait, is world jumping now?
Might as well.
Oh wait, trees. Yes.
You know, we're on an SSD. This should be loading much faster than it is.
I think it's part of the experience of.
So, is this what it's like to be teleported in Star Trek?
Murder Clone Machine? I don't think this is.
Clone machine.
I don't think this is Murder Clone.
We're being teleported.
Einstein Rosenbridge.
Wait. I know where this is.
We're back. Here.
Was that there before?
I think so.
No, because we would walk back here. Because it does take, like, you and a whole section of of you around you. Okay, I want to go back and I want to have a look around a little bit more.
Okay.
Now that we know where this goes.
Okay. For rent. Cabin, wood, 1.5 rooms, teleporter. You'll still need the $2,000 deposit, an extra $3,000 if you have a pet.
If it's in LA, yeah, that's actually legit.
Oh, and your pet can't be above 30 pounds as a dog.
Yeah.
Our dog would not be allowed in most of those places. We have a greyhound. I'm trying to get comfortable again. Oh, that's better.
A bunch of gearing and
Stuff and things. Now I really feel like I'm in a Myst game. You know? Even though I know this isn't Myst. Touch it. Touch the button.
looks like a giant fish hook. Okay, so through here. Like I hear a noise.
Yeah, oh.
That's Russian. So humans were definitely here.
Or at least Slavic of some sort.
Well, I mean, it goes with the whole Russian sub.
Russian submarine.
Okay, so it's trying to engage this lock.
Not sure that did anything.
No, because there's gearing missing.
Lever to put that gear down.
Yeah.
You know one thing about the game, but you don't know when. Not a spoiler. Is it okay to say? What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Yay, pistons.
Yeah, but they're not connecting to anything.
Yeah. We'll have to go through and fix it. Somewhere apparently there's a machine or device that does nothing that people can waste a lot of time on. I think there's Russian on the back of it. Don't know where it looks like. Red hair. Cool. We did waste a lot of time in the bar just because it was a bar
Yeah.
and it did nothing, but it was awesome. And the music goes do 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 do. So we were so inspired that by the tiki bar that we. That's kind of a spoiler. Don't worry, it means nothing to us right now. Oh, we're good at wasting time, don't worry.
Oh, this is doing stuff.
It's spinning. We wasted a lot of time in the bar and there was nothing we could do in the bar. Clockwise.
Well, it went down. Whoa. Wait, no.
Yeah, lots of running around and finding stuff. There's a lever.
Ah. Oh.
Well, this is exciting. Swing it. All right, we did a thing. Everything's connected. So what did we do?
Everything seems to be moving now.
This is like IKEA, but cyberpunk. Or diesel punk.
What?
We got power.
Assuming it needs to light up.
Everything.
Jesus.
Hi, Quiche. If you're hearing any clacking, it's our dog walking around on the hardwood floors.
That was everything off? Okay.
Flick all the other switches. Hit the button next to the 5. No, on the thing. You see there's a 5 button. Give it a shot. Maybe that light's burnt out. Nine 87654.
Oh,
Anything? Look at the backside of it at all or anything? I don't speak Slavic.
it's getting late here.
We're going back to the bar?
Let's go back to the bar. Since we know the fast way to get there, right?
Yay, we're going back to the bar. It makes me happy. Do, do, do.
this is where we're probably going to call it a night as soon as we get back to the bar.
That seems to be where we like to start and stop because it's a bar.
This has actually gotten kind of neat now.
Yeah, we're finally not stumbling around like complete idiots, just partial ones now. We are going to call it a night here.
Yeah, but we'll pick it up
We'll
again
pick it up
tomorrow.
probably tomorrow night.
8-ish
8
Pacific
p.m.
time.
Pacific time because we got to wait for a small munchkin to be in bed. I plan to do a regular craft stream tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon. Don't know exactly what time yet, but I will be live then. But we will do more abduction, tomorrow night, and we'll see where this takes us because this is saving a lot longer. Oh, pardon me, I'm getting tired. A lot longer than I thought it was going to be. So. Yay. We went to another world and back.
Well, I mean, we already started at another world.
You know what I meant.
Yes.
This is a long game, according to Cappy.
Oh, wow.
Do, 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 do.
So,
Yeah, we had our tiki
Enjoy your
classes.
evening.
Have a good night, everyone. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see you next time. And we will see you all next time. Ta-ta.